never done this before, YouTube Live. So I guess we have to wait for people to join.
What are you waiting for?
People to join. There's nobody there at the moment. Now, I don't know how this works because I've done TikTok ones before, but basically what happens is you go live and then YouTube starts to tell like people that follow you that you're live. So the other day I had a notification come up on my phone to tell me that Becca from Rebel Jones was live. And then I went on there and she's like, oh, is there anybody here? I'm like, yeah, hello, I'm here. And I think it just takes a little while for it to filter out.
Is it the same thing with the mentioning or not mentioning the other channels?
I have no idea. Can we share it?
I don't know. Share it where?
Oh, share with your audience. No, see now, on TikTok, you can share like with people and it notifies them of the live. You don't seem to be able to do that on here.
Also, aren't there loads of people usually on that? Pretty much straight away.
Somebody's watching us.
It was really quick the last time. There were
on Instagram. It was quick. So somebody's here.
Really
hello.
Speedy.
But I can't see who they are. It doesn't say.
It must do. Tap the icon.
Which icon?
One at the top of the screen.
Oh, hang on.
Who tapped the person?
Oh, Dr. Aminata. If that's how you say it. Is watching. Hello. My name's Chiara and this is David. We're a small company, small business owners, and this is the first time we've ever done a YouTube live, so we have no idea what we're doing, but we do have a YouTube channel, but we mostly do lives over on TikTok and Instagram. Sorry,
hey, from Glasgow, Thea Rock. I think I can't see through my shades. I think that says Thea.
Why are you wearing sunglasses indoors?
Sorry, because the sunlight's right behind the camera, so it's...
Oh, and your eye thing. Oh, you just discovered us. Oh, thank you very much.
What eye thing?
You know, with your weird eye thing.
Oh, yeah, the pigmentation. Yeah, I have to wear it because of my pigmentation.
Yeah, with the sun. But we're indoors, so you're probably good.
I've got UV damage on one of my eyes. It doesn't show, but I've got it.
I've never been to Glasgow, but I'd like to go. We've been to Edinburgh a couple of times. Edinburgh was really beautiful. My mum's from Scotland originally, but never made it to Glasgow. Sorry, I should have been better organised, but I'm eating my lunch.
What is this for? What are you doing this for?
Just to sort of like say hi to people, and so, you know, people can find us.
What, hi to people on your YouTube channel? Amazing. Hello.
So...
There's 3 people on there now. It's building up.
3 people. See, it's building.
It's building up. 5.
We're a small company.
Oh my God, that's a jump.
It's a jump. So we've been established for 13 years. We're husband and wife. We've been working together for 10 years. Still married. And we make predominantly...
I've forgotten my name, but I am her husband.
We make predominantly pet tags that look like your dog and pet gifts. But we've also just started to do like really cool sort of like Japanese themed stationery as well. So we've been sort of like stocking all of these cool kind of like indie brands as well as sort of like more traditional established brands as well. And we vlog weekly on YouTube. How's the new stationery business going? Oh, it's cucumber, tomato, prawns.
The stationery business, right? The stationery business is exploding. It's going crazy because I'm not choosing the stuff. Yeah, if I was choosing the stuff, we'd have sold nothing. But she's choosing the stuff, so it's going really well.
Oh, lovely. So is it Thea? I'm not sure.
I said Taya.
People always mispronounce my name, so I'm sorry, and I get it if we've mispronounced yours. Thank you so much for watching. That's amazing. So, wedding stationery.
I have a small wedding stationery business. I went to a wedding fair a few weeks ago, and it was massive.
So wedding stationery, I mean, by trade I am a graphic designer, and wedding stationery always really scared me because of the pressure. Like the pressure of, like, what if you get it wrong, or, you know, obviously brides can be very particular about what they want, understandably. How do you cope with that? Like with that kind of like the pressure of wedding stationery? Thank you very much. I'm really chuffed that the stationery stuff is selling well. I have to admit, I am a bit surprised. We've only been selling the stationery for about 2 weeks, and I've worked out that this month it is accounted for 14% of our sales on our website. So that's, for me, is a big win, and I hope that that's going to continue to grow. But I'm going to do like a roundup of our turnover for June and postman, and whether or not we made a profit. So that's going to be next week's video. But this week's video is going to be about TikTok Live. Hi guys, I'm going to pick my order up from last week's post office soon. Oh yes, can't wait to get the new Bitch Journal and one of David's books. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that. You could start by making wedding templates on Etsy. Yes, digital downloads are supposed to be amazing.
Rebel Jones!
Oh yes, I'm in so excited
Rebel
to get that.
Jones.
Oh, I can't wait. I'm going to open this. I'm going to open this with you guys. I've just ordered that from Rebel Jones.
And more medical stuff for my mum.
So, Kath Ibbity, she said, hi guys, going to pick up my order last week from the post office. Can't wait to get her bitch journal and one of David's books. Which one did you go for?
Get in. Thank you very much.
We've now started to sell David's books on our website as well. So this is the journal that Kath Ibbity is referring to. It's one of these absolutely
lush.
gorgeous. I'm obsessed and I want to keep one.
Yeah. That's amazing.
It jumped to like 9 or 15 people and now it's gone back to 5.
Yeah, I really appreciate it when people buy my books. I used to write for Disney and Hodder, but I've recovered them now, and we're doing it from our own publisher. So it means so much more when people buy one of mine that's actually mine.
I always say it's a bit like Taylor Swift when she re-recorded her albums.
Yeah, I'm in a battle with them. They're constantly selling my stuff. So Disney are, Hodder are, Penguin are, but I'm up against them. So I'm the little fish. I'm the little fish.
Hi, Chiara and David. Hope you're going to have a great weekend. We're planning on doing a nice walk, aren't we?
We don't have the kids on Sunday. So we
their
are
grandparents.
hoping to have a nice weekend. I'm going to go somewhere into the Shadow the Shapeshifter.
Shapeshifter.
That's one of my favourites. That was originally published by Disney and Hodder as, what was it called? Dwellings Debacle, I think.
No.
Yeah, it was.
Oh, hang on.
Yeah, it was.
Okay.
So yeah, we're trying to have a nice weekend because we don't have the kids.
Yeah, kids are going to the grandparents,
Yeah,
so I think we're going
that
to go
never
for
happens.
a nice walk in the countryside.
Fingers crossed.
Sorry.
I love the fact that you've come on eating. That just makes it amazing.
I'm sorry, but food is always the priority.
But you're eating live on it. People are literally, there's 5 people watching you eat.
Well, they're not watching me eat. They're
I
watching
went,
us as well,
right, I went to a mindfulness retreat a couple of years ago, and one of the exercises where we'd only just met each other, so we're all sitting at a round table and nobody knew each other, and they were like, right, we're going to do open-mouthed eating. So you had to eat your food with your mouth open, looking at the other people. It was one of the most difficult things I've ever had to do in my life.
Oh,
Amazing.
sorry, just turn it a little more. That sounds gross.
It was gross.
So your move to Stationery was a brilliant move. It does seem that way. I mean, I personally have always loved Stationery. So for me, it is kind of like a natural evolution. And it's something I've wanted to do for a while. And I don't know how you feel, David, but since we lost our dog about 5 years ago, it hasn't quite felt the same. So but we had Phoebe that worked with us, and so I think, and she loved obviously doing all the pet stuff, and she did a lot of the drawing, so I think that kind of like kept that wheel going, and now I've just got this real passion that I want to evolve it into helping people to make time for themselves and hobbies and sort of disconnecting from the digital, so that I really want that to be my direction. So we'll have to wait and see. So we've also got some really cool, sorry, can you hold my lunch?
Of course.
We've also got some really cool like paint by number kits as well, which are like, these are gorgeous. Like I want to do one of these myself. And then we've also got,
What is this?
I told you, cucumber, tomato and prawns and avocado and jigsaw puzzles with these like gorgeous illustrations on them. Because I mean, admittedly, these are the kind of hobbies that I like to do. So I am kind of like gravitating towards the kind of stuff that I like. But I hope that other people will like them too. That's okay if you're hungry. You need to fill your belly. Yes, I do. I have not eaten much today.
But surely not with just anything. I mean,
that's not just anything. This is healthy. I'm trying to eat healthy. So I'm off to Dymchurch for the week with the kids. I'm looking forward to it. Now I've heard of Dymchurch. Where is that?
It's supposed to be lovely, isn't it? Like one of the top 20 most beautiful places, countryside-ish, isn't it?
And I think there's lots of people moving to writing therapy. Exactly. So I think like journaling and stuff like that is so good for your mental health. And obviously, as we've said before, David suffers with depression. So
I suffered from depression because of writing. I've been doing it for like 25 years.
So we want to...
I hate it, but I get it.
Yeah, help people with their mental health, basically, through kind of relieving some of the pressure of the exterior world. Because it feels like there's so much pressure now. And when you can disconnect and do things you enjoy, I think it does help.
Reading, I love.
Businesses need to keep pivoting. It's the only way to keep things fresh. Absolutely. Yes, we were well overdue a pivot. But yes, you do love to read.
I love to read.
I want to read that Stephen King you're reading when you finish.
Oh my God, Fairy Tales, amazing. A phenomenal book.
David, you're hilarious. I'm currently reading
Thanks.
Rebecca by
It's like just who I am.
Daphne du Maurier.
Rebecca.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the new on the Netflix? The new Rebecca. It's not new. I think it's about a year old now, maybe 2 years old. It's amazing. I've know the story of Rebecca really well, and yet it was so good.
I didn't know it at all, so it was all a bit of a surprise for me. And now I'm reading the book for book group.
Yeah, it's the South Coast. It's a typical tacky seaside town, which is really rare these days. Beautiful beach as well.
Sounds like Margate.
But I like it when they get it right. Some tacky seaside towns are grim. I know because I live in pretty much 3 of them.
Yeah, Margate's right.
But when they get it right, it's cool. It's really nice.
So we're in the south. I wonder if that's far from us. Dymchurch.
It's really near because you've got the Royal Romney Marsh and Dymchurch Railway, haven't you?
Of course.
Yeah, it's really close. Really close.
Okay, so I'm interested to know, Dr. Aminata, am I saying it right? What you're a doctor of. Oh, you lived in Margate. Yeah, so we've lived here our whole lives. Margate is great. You've got the parts of Margate that are beautiful and stunning with all the like independent businesses and the beach and everything, and then the parts of Margate that are, I wouldn't walk there late at night. She's a doctor of biochemistry.
She's a doctor of biochemistry. My friend, my best mate in the whole world, he just got a master's in biochemistry.
Yes.
Yeah, he got a first.
And then he went and got a job in IT.
Yeah, no, he did go and get a job in IT, which is really weird, actually, because he got a first. He got a first MA in biochemistry, so he should be a scientist, really.
He should be doing biochemistry.
Yeah, but instead of that, he's doing tech for a local university. I think, I don't know why.
I'm nearly finished this, and then I'm going to open that package. I'm so excited.
Are you? I keep having my mum gets stuff delivered here, right? And it's always medical. Like, it's not funny. This is not funny, but she's actually really fit for her age. But it's always medical stuff. Yeah. So I always feel it's like I don't know, different medical implements that she gets delivered.
Yeah, I don't know what she had delivered yesterday.
I don't know. It's every fad thing.
It was about protein.
Every fad machine that's going, she gets delivered here. So I don't know what it is.
Cativity was saying, just wait until you come up to sunny Wigan for Stationery Fest. Think you may miss the miss the coast.
So I'm looking forward to Stationery Fest, yeah, but I'm dreading that journey. I am
journey.
dreading that. I hate driving, and for that long is. And we've got a relatively new car which we can't afford, which we've rented. Effectively,
I think it's called leasing.
Yeah, but so the journey shouldn't be
that bad.
The
old car
bad.
Was on its last legs.
So what are you opening? What's that?
This is, I'm sure that some people know Rebel Jones, Rebecca from Rebel Jones.
She's awesome.
So we saw her actually at the London Stationery Show. So I wanted to go to the London Stationery Show because I wanted to find stockists for the stationery stuff that I wanted to order in, which we will have some of at Stationery Fest. And so I was really wanting to go anyway. And then she said that she was going to be there as a stall holder. So I was like, right, that's it. I'm definitely going now. And then because it was the week after our wedding anniversary, and it's been like, what, 19 years? We were like yeah, feels like it. What, for me? So we decided to combine it and make it into like an anniversary trip as well.
Did you both start the stationery business together?
Or do you want to start first in the other job?
Right. Can I answer this? So I didn't start any business. So when I was young, I was really, really lucky. I got taken on by a really top literary agent. And J.K. Rowling was also really intrinsic in getting me a huge book deal. So I had a book career. Chiara started the business just as my career started to really rock and slump. And first it was a hobby business. So she started it like a weekend thing. And then I noticed that my checks were getting smaller and smaller and her post was getting more and more. And then she said, can you help me one Christmas? So I started packing boxes. I'm not really involved in this, but I pack boxes.
No, you do help.
And design pet tags.
Yeah. So, hi. So I started the business when I was pregnant with our daughter, Evie. And so I started the business in April. She was born at the end of April. So then it was really, really small. You know, I was packing 5 or 6 things a week. Then I joined notthehighstreet.com. And I think it was when I started to do personalised stuff. I've done a whole video about this on our channel about like the growth of our Not the High Street sales. So once we started to sell things on Not the High Street and once I started doing personalised things on Not the High Street, the orders really started to climb. And by that point, David was still under contract. He was still delivering books. But I was sort of coming into the living room in the evening with like armfuls of stuff to post, to wrap up. And he was sort of like, oh, there's quite a lot there. You know, do you need a hand? And I was like, oh yeah, that'd be great, thanks. And then I think after about 2 years, it was a lot, and I was sort of struggling to manage. So then he would come and do the packing for me in between like his writing, because you would have like a target, wouldn't you, like so many thousands of words a day, and once you hit it, he'd come and help me. And then I would say after maybe 3 or 4 years perhaps, his mum joined us and worked for us. And so then David moved on to manufacturing the products, because by that point we started to do pet tags, and it had really taken off, and we bought the manufacturing in-house. And he was doing the manufacturing, I was kind of working on the business, and his mum was doing the packing. And then fast forward a few more years, we took on some staff, then some staff left, and then and then his mum retired, and then we were a team of 3 with the girl that worked for us for 8 years, Phoebe. And then Phoebe left in April, and we've moved back home because the business has taken a bit of a and now it's just me and you, darling.
Yeah, let me tell you,
he's so happy about it.
It kind of sucks. We live together, we work together. So when we go out for a walk, or we like do anything, like go for dinner or something, we've literally got nothing to say to each other because we're there all the time. Like,
I've always got something to say.
What did you do this morning? You know what I did this morning.
I've always got plenty to say. No, we do still have interesting discussions. Thanks for asking. It's great if you're able to work. Yes.
Well, I didn't say necessarily it's working out.
Well, it's been 20 years, darling.
Yeah.
Anyway, 25 actually next year. So the stationery is quite a new development. So the sort of pet tag sales were kind of dwindling a little bit, and I was sort of thinking, okay, if we don't do something soon, then in a year or so we're not going to have anything at all. And this business now supports our entire household.
Everything she does, everything she kind of chooses to do, it tends to work.
Oh.
Whereas me, I'm followed around by 3 crows. I know she's not. I know
you
she
are
doesn't.
Superstitious.
She doesn't like this, but I'm followed around by 3 crows. They're everywhere I go. So I go out running early in the morning. 5 o'clock in the morning, I'm like cycling or running, and these things follow me everywhere. If I pick a horse for a horse race, it usually falls, or it doesn't even enter the race, or if I buy a lottery ticket, I don't get a single number. She can't do anything wrong. I can't do anything right. That's the way our business works. Oh my, so superstitious.
So
people are following me.
Other aspects of pets. So we do obviously cater for other pets as well. So we do horse tags, we do cat tags, we even do tags for goats. We do gifts for pet owners as well. So like mugs and things like that. We did go into other areas. We did collars, and we also bought in sort of like treats and things for dogs.
What do you mean by the that I'm interested?
Well.
What do you mean by the other aspects of pets?
I mean, obviously,
I'm interested.
We're always really open to suggestions and ideas, because to be honest, some of the products that we've sold over the years have been suggestions from customers, so we're always really open for like ideas and suggestions. And we're not abandoning the pet side of things at all, because it fits into our kind of new direction of self-care, because I think walking your dog and having an animal is so good for mental health. So we're absolutely keeping the pet stuff. It's just more that we're sort of offering other things that people can buy. Heard that subscription boxes. Yeah, the subscription model does seem to be performing very well. That's why you both work so well together.
That's a really interesting suggestion. The subscription boxes, actually, we have thought about it. It's just that, like, so we're very conscious of giving the customers what good value for money, and it's just like, could we provide enough new stuff regularly for a subscription box to be worth it? I think
it's definitely worth thinking about. Yeah. So I mean, do you have a pet, or a dog or a cat or anything? If you were interested in a subscription box, what kind of things would you like to see in it? I'd have to look at the other subscription boxes that are available to see whether or not it's something where we could be competitive, or we could offer something different.
Foiled baby handprints, paw prints. What about something like that? Personalised.
Not anymore.
I'm
sorry about that.
When we first started, it's hard losing. I tell you what, right? I know we own a pet company, but losing my dog, 2014, I think, is probably the most significant thing. I've just never got another dog. It was so bad. End.
I think we were talking this year about the possibility of another dog, and that is obviously like quite some time on. It was 2018, darling. I think it was.
Was it?
Yeah.
What year is it now?
2025.
I judge everything by the pandemic. I can't remember something was before the pandemic or after the pandemic. I'm pretty sure it was before the pandemic.
So foiled stuff is really interesting because we did dabble with foiled things before, and they can be quite touch and go. So if you use foiling and you have a toner printer and then you apply the foil with heat, it can be sometimes quite patchy. I love the idea of the digital foil machines where you put in your design and it prints it out in foil, but they are like thousands of pounds. Same, I have children, don't think they'll handle losing a pet. Yeah, it's really hard. I mean, our kids were quite young and we'd had Jake before we had them, so they seemed to cope with it okay. They were worse when we got guinea pigs after the dog, and I loved the guinea pigs. They inspired some of our sort of like stationery related items that I've designed, and yeah, they were quite, I mean, we were all gutted when the guinea pigs died. I understand when I lost my dog, I was keen to get a print like that just to memory. Yeah, that's a really good idea, actually. I'll have a think about that, whether or not that's something.
Thanks, Lloydie. I appreciate that. I was just reading the bottom. I've been enjoying your content since December. And I appreciate your videos. The shift towards stationery.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it seems to be working. I don't understand it. So this is the thing. I don't understand stationery at all. So I look at something and think, yeah, nobody's going to buy that. And everyone buys it. So I literally don't have a clue.
I had to reorder. So like we ordered these.
They're lush.
These ones.
That I get.
Yeah, and we sold out. So I had to order some more. So I will have these at Stationery Fest as well. So, but thank you so much for watching the videos. We hit monetization last week, which in like 6 months, which I'm just flabbergasted.
We had a pigeon lay eggs, and she dumped the eggs, and my son was like, it's shocking the amount that kids are affected by that stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, our kids weren't too bad when our dog died because our dog was our baby. So he was around long before they came around, and so I think he was kind of irritating to them.
And I think he was only about 5 or 6 when he died, and Sebastian was like 8. But I don't think for them he'd ever really been their dog because he would like steal their food and like chew their toys and stuff. So they had a bit of a, you know, not the best relationship.
3D Print Mania just said, I have watched a few of your videos and your products seem to be channeled towards dogs. Would you consider doing cat stories? Here's the weird thing, right? We do almost as many cat products as we do dog products, but for some reason, and I think it's something to do with showing. I'm going to chime
in here. So cat tags, we do not sell as many cat tags as we do dog tags. I think because mostly the cats don't wear the tags as much, but we do sell a lot of cat mugs and at Christmas time sacks for cats with the presents in, and also like cat decorations. So it seems to be gifts for the cat owner that we seem to sell more of, and less things for the cat. But actually, I'm going to show you, because if you pass me that yellow collar that's on top of the computer there, we've just ordered in these different types of identity things. Now this is on one of our medium collars, but it fits on a small collar, and I wondered if these would be good for cats. These, and if it would fit on a cat collar. So I'm going to drop that now. So this is like a silicone. So this sort of like, it stretches, see? So it can go around a cat collar, and then you just sort of, you engrave here with, you know, phone number, whatever, and then it just kind of slides on, and then it's not like dangling like for the cat, because I know some people don't like, but I probably do need to promote the cat stuff more, and we probably need to have the cat stuff on the front of the page so that people can see them on the website.
I've got this theory.
My order came today and I've already been eyeing up the new stickers. Oh, yay, the stickers are amazing. What have I done with them?
While she goes to hunt for the stickers, I'll tell you my theory, right? So I design a lot of the dog tags. Yeah, so I see the orders come in, and for every cat that I do, for every cat I do, I must do maybe 100 dogs. And I think the reason is people like to see the reaction to our tags. So they'll put one of our tags on their dog, and they like other people to come along and go, oh, where'd you get that tag from? That tag, I love that tag. But with a cat, when somebody sees a cat tag, the owner's not necessarily there, so it doesn't have the same impact. Yeah. So I think that's what it's about.
As 3D Print Mania was just saying, her cat doesn't wear a collar. So in that regard, we do focus more on kind of like gifts for the cat owner. So yeah, so I'd be fascinated to know what you would think. So if you go onto our website, and I think under the pets section, it gives you an option to look by pet, and then we've got like dogs, cats, horses. So if you click on the cat section, then you will see our sort of selection of cats. So I'd be fascinated to know what you think. So yes, the stickers are brand new. They're not all up on the website yet. I've got some up, but not all of them. But we've got things like These are like moons for the different cycles of the moon. We've got these kind of like stamp ones here. I will have a look after the live. Do you ship to Australia? Yes, we ship worldwide. Bread. If you are an international customer, then we would recommend that you purchase from us via our Etsy shop, because when you purchase via Etsy, they will deduct the taxes for you and it all gets communicated digitally. So if you were to purchase from our website, it would have to go through customs, and then they would want to charge you the tax, but then they would also charge you like a handling fee. Whereas if you shop through Etsy, Etsy automatically deducts the tax for you and sends it to the appropriate tax place. And then you shouldn't be charged any extra. So it may be better value for you to go buy Etsy. And we have all of our cat stuff on Etsy as well. So we've got like these are like little sticky tabs. I'm just whipping through and quickly showing them. We've got like weather ones here as well. Thank you, Cara, for the tax info. No problem at all. Always want to help people save money.
Apart from me, she loves me losing money.
I don't mind it when you treat me, darling. Like
that's what I'm talking about.
What did you get me for my anniversary?
Do you know what I thought was... I can't even remember the anniversary.
That's because it was nothing.
Do you know what? Did I really get you nothing?
No, nothing.
Nice. What a loser.
Stars.
I love these
the pleasure
hearts.
of your company is all I need, my darling.
Thank you. That's an amazing lie. I love these hearts because they're not exact hearts. They're a bit...
That's what I like
about
odd.
Them.
I like the fact that they're a little bit not, you know, perfect.
This
could be dangerous. Oh, Lauren, is it the stickers? Oh my God, they're gorgeous.
Are they the 3D ones?
No, let me find the 3D ones.
The 3D ones are amazing.
David loves the 3D ones. These ones
can you show them that they're like, they stand proud of the surface?
So
it's
funny.
Pretty impressive. Look at that. They're actually cool stickers that I would have.
So Doctor says, because I don't want to mispronounce your name, you two are so funny, the best way to live. Yes, you have to laugh sometimes at things. We do laugh a lot. David, your tax is buying gifts for Chiara. Hell yes. So resin art, if that's the right way to pronounce it. Oh, Amy, thank you. That's probably a better yes. Hi guys, I'm a new follower and I love watching your content. I wish you guys the best and the greatest success. You guys are so fun and deserve it. Thank you so much. Now, see, David's very hang on. Right, David's very humble and very self-deprecating. And what I say to him is like, because he's like, but you've done really well with YouTube.
I don't deserve it.
And you've grown the channel and people like to watch you and they like the honesty and everything. I say, yeah, but darling, they like to watch you because you're funny. And it's like our what's the word? Not chemistry, but the way we bounce off each other.
Thank you for the deserve the success thing, right? This is the truth, yeah?
Oh God.
Right.
I'm terrified. What are you gonna say?
Disney paid me £1 million.
I'm just gonna keep showing you
bought
stickers.
me a house and my book sold. The book they paid £1 million for sold about 17 copies.
Right, I would like to
I don't deserve anything.
Hang on.
Apart
because
from
that makes it
kicking,
sound
maybe.
like we've got loads of money. That's not the case.
Oh, I've spent it all on food and heat.
First of all, it was dollars, not pounds. Then the tax man came along and went and took most of it away. And then, yeah, you bought the house.
Then I bought the house. So now
which is why we have a lovely house.
Now I don't have anything apart from a bike and some coffee. Yeah. But I still don't deserve success. Chiara does. She really deserves success. She's tried hard at everything. But
I spotted a typo in the title of the fruit stickers. Is that on the website? It's entirely possible that I
love typos. Tell us what they are.
I'm not very good. I
mean, these are not ours. But,
no. But I think
definitely tell us
she
what they
means
are.
On the website. And I need to find your books. They're on our website. So if you click the link in our bio, which should be here somewhere on the tube, David, we've got 2 of David's books on our website. You can buy them, and he will write you a lovely note. And
they're cheaper than they are on Waterstones and Smiths, aren't they?
They're the same price.
Are they?
But you get a personal dedication.
Oh, okay. I'll try and make them like 10p cheaper or something.
Yeah, unless you use a discount code.
I always like to beat Waterstones and Smiths at selling my own stuff.
Ah, so WW says, "Oh my God, can't believe I caught you on live."
Hey!
Yay! This is our first YouTube live.
There's 2 W's there. Is that because your name is like Wanda Western or something cool?
Nothing made you thought you wanted to know. Yes, I always want to know about
typos.
Yeah,
we always want to know. That's
Thank
brilliant.
you.
If you send us or tell us on here what it is.
Canada.
Hey!
How are things going in Canada? I hear you're having lots of like wildfires and stuff. Are you all okay over there? We'd like to visit Canada. Somebody said that on a live.
Canadian wildfires.
Yes, somebody said that the other day on a live I was on. They were having loads of like dust or fires or something.
Dust?
Maybe fires.
Can you have
Violet.
dust?
Oh, you've messaged me on Instagram before. Oh, hello. Thank you. Disney should have promoted the books better. It's their fault.
It's totally their fault. I've told them. They don't like me anymore, but
Totally their fault.
well, they like me a bit, but I've told them. That that's what they should do.
Yes.
I'm in Canada too. Ontario. That's
here.
Ontario. And where's the other Canadian
she didn't say, she
message
just
from?
Canada. I agree, Laura, about the promoting.
Yeah, they did sort of let me down terribly, but
well, I mean, okay, let's be real here, as we always are, about the story, because again, with the self-deprecation, I'll give you a prime example. Now, I'm not going to say like names because I don't want to get sued for like defamation or whatever, but the publisher that David was with in the UK did this classic thing of, right, here's we're going to buy your book contract, we're going to pay you quite a lot of money, and we're going to do this marketing campaign. So this is obviously going back a long time before things like Instagram, social media, and even really Amazon was kind of big, right? Because this was like, what, 2003? So they did this massive campaign for the release of his book. So we stepped off the train in Victoria, in London, right? Major train station then. Big posters. When you get off the train, you've got those posters for books that have come out. So there were big posters with David's book on them, right? We were like, oh my God, that's amazing. So we walk into the WH Smith that's in the train station. We go, have you got that book, The Ilmore Chronicles, that's on the poster? And they go, oh no, we haven't got any of those in stock. And we're just like, what? And it's those kind of major
right, but
his publisher would do.
This is the amazing thing,
yeah. He didn't sell the books he was supposed to sell.
Publishers don't have a clue, right? So when my career was like over, they said to me that they were like, sorry, we can't publish another book by you because people don't like your fantasy books. We notice you're looking pretty fit. Do you think you could write a fitness book? And I'm like, no, I write books about goblins. They're like, can you write a book about a goblin keeping fit, maybe? I was like, could you please go away?
So yes, lots of fires. See, I can smell the smoke from my house. I'm in Ontario too. Oh my God!
How close are you to the fire?
That sounds terrifying.
That's really bad.
Canada is one of the places. It's on my list of places I'd like to visit. But yeah, that must be really scary. Publishers don't seem to think it's their business to promote books. Do you know what? I feel like that's really true, especially now.
I love you guys. You two are like me. I'm David on my day-to-day, but aspire to be positive like Chiara. That sounds like a winning life. Winning life plan.
I keep teasing him that he's like Eeyore.
Yeah, it's not for show. I'm really this miserable every single day. I am.
Oh wow, somebody else from Canada. We're getting loads of Canadian people. What time is it?
Goblin yoga.
Oh my God, right, David!
Right.
That should be the book.
Not mentioning any names, Laura. Hodder headline in the UK, right? I didn't say anything. Right, not mentioning any names, but if you pitch that to Hodder, they'll probably buy it.
Oh my God, David! I've just had an idea for a new book you could write.
It's not Goblin Yoga,
no.
is it?
So I read a book which was really good actually about this troll that opened a coffee shop. You should write about a goblin that opens a yoga centre.
Legends and Lattes has been done, hasn't it?
But yeah, that was his book about the coffee shop. Now I know you love coffee, but you can't.
You can't just switch creatures. What about a gnome that opens a pizza restaurant?
You're not him. You're somebody else. So yes, you could write about a goblin that starts a yoga place.
Oh my God. A Yeti that opens a Chinese food bar. It doesn't work. You can't just mix stuff up.
Why? It totally works. Legends and Lattes was brilliant. I really enjoyed it. Sorry.
Don't be sorry. I've heard it's very good. I just don't read. I don't read really fantasy now. I'm too depressed.
That board is right above the WH Smiths.
What board? What?
I'm not
sure. And that board is right above.
Another province over.
It's another province over.
Okay, so that must be quite far. Or a troll that teaches
Tai
Chi.
Chi.
Oh, see, now I like the alliteration there.
Yeah, trolls and Tai Chi.
Trolls and Tai Chi.
I don't think that's been done actually. Give that a shot.
See?
I don't think that's been done.
You could have a whole load of like fantasy creatures opening up a wellness retreat. A bit like Nine Perfect Strangers, but with goblins.
Oh, I love Nine Perfect Strangers. But the first series of Nine Perfect Strangers was outstanding. The second one is just a little nuts.
We haven't even finished it.
I think it's because Leanne Moriarty is involved.
We've been watching Severance, and it is amazing.
Oh my God, Severance is so good. But we're not, no spoilers.
Yeah, so it's gone like super quiet this week, like work-wise. It's gone really, really quiet. So
we're here because it's that quiet.
Yeah, so
we're supposed to be working.
So we were like, oh, there's only about 10 orders to go out today. I tell you what, let's watch the finale of Severance, and then let's do a YouTube live.
Season 1. We're on season 1.
Yeah, so we've just finished season 1. Right, I'm going to open this parcel now. So lovely that so many people have joined us. I did an Instagram live this week, and I had about 9 people come on, and then I've been doing TikTok lives as well. So you do give us a follow on TikTok if you're over on TikTok, and obviously on Instagram. And I'm going to try. Oh, it's so pretty! I'm going to try to do lives more often on all the different platforms. And obviously we can come on here regularly because we used to do regular lunchtime lives on a Friday, didn't we? In the office.
With the old business.
With Sinead, yeah, old business, same different location. So yeah, we could do lunchtime lives again here on a Friday. What age range are your books?
Right, it's difficult. So at the beginning, they were kind of 12 plus or 13 plus. Now they're quite a bit more adult. So if you're talking about Shadow of the Shapeshifter,
I'm going to go grab
probably 12 years old plus. It'd be fine. I mean, everybody markets them differently. Undead Ed, which is my only worldwide #1, but I didn't make the money from that. Hodder made the money from that. They did really well. But Undead Ed was, I think, 12 plus, but we got a ban on that because we created quite a lot of bad publicity. I didn't mean to. Did you know that you cannot do a live until you had 50... yeah, there's something about that.
What's this?
You can if you're a business or something, you told me.
So,
yeah, then there's a way around that.
Right, okay. So...
right? But I don't know.
On
I don't
TikTok,
know.
I don't know. Oh, are you talking about YouTube? I don't know about YouTube. I know on TikTok, we don't have 1,000 followers, but we can do lives, and I think it's because we're a business account. I only found that out on my son last week. I'm halfway there. Woohoo! Oh, brilliant. Okay, so there must be YouTube then. Oh, I'll have to give it. Can I click you on here and subscribe? Nope. Don't think so. Okay, I'll find you afterwards. 3D Print Media, 3D Print Mania, and I'll subscribe, and then you'll have one more. What book should I start with for an adult? Right. Okay. If you are an adult, now this depends on which way you want to go. So. As far as David is concerned, the best thing that he has written recently is the Shinbone Shadow Hunter, which is only available on Amazon. And you can have it as an ebook, a paper book, paperback, even hardback, I think. And they've done this, if you're in America, they've done this weird like Audible thing where it kind of reads the book for you, which is pretty cool. So you can get that from Amazon. If you wanted a book that David can sign, that you can get from our website, we have these two options. So Shadow of the Shapeshifter is, look at that lovely shiny UV, is the first in a trilogy and is comic fantasy, so kind of like Terry Pratchett. And then this is a pirate adventure. Now, I read this as an adult, obviously, I am one, and I loved it. Really, really enjoyed it. I have to say, it's probably one of my favourite books that I've ever read of David's, so I would highly recommend this. And obviously this is fantasy, but if you want, in his opinion, the best book that he's written and the most recent book he's written, it would be the Shinbone Shadow Hunter, which is available on Amazon. So to be honest, as an adult, you can read any of his books. The ones that probably wouldn't be suitable as an adult would be things like Gladiator Boy or Undead Ed, but any of these kind of fantasy ones would be fine for you as an adult. YouTube. And obviously if you're in Canada, then you may be better off going via Amazon so that you can, you know, ebook them. It's like a co-working session. I love it. When is Stationery Fest? Stationery Fest is the 26th of July, I believe. How's my health? I hope it all is well. I will get the results of my tests on Tuesday, next Tuesday. So it looks as though from the scan that I had this week that I don't have rheumatoid arthritis. So that is good because my mum has that and I know how bad that is. But I think at the moment they think fibromyalgia. So we're not sure though. I could be deficient in some vitamins. So I've had loads of blood tests done, scans done, and then hopefully I'll know more next week. Yes, shiny. It is shiny. Every time somebody says that, I think of, what's the...
Shiny!
Yeah, from Mulan. Is it? No, not Mulan.
I don't know.
What's it called?
Moana.
Moana, thank you.
No.
Yes, no, it is Moana. Yeah, shiny little crab. No, it's Moana. You're right. Right, look, this is my package from Rebel Jones. So first of all, this is Becca's business. So this is the kind of stuff that she does. And then I've got a lovely little note on the back.
We love Rebel Jones. She's Becca.
Amazing. And then look at how beautifully she has wrapped my journal with her washi tape on the back, which is really cool actually. I like that. It's got foiling and everything. And then her like sort of signature purple. So I'm going to open this now. It's very exciting. Oh, okay. So I actually saw these like in person when I went to saw her at the London Stationery Show, and I was like, I'd had my eye on one for a while, but there's something about when you see it in real life and you sort of like touch it, and I did sniff it as well, which I think she thought was hilarious, and I thought, no, I've got to get one of these. Oh, they feel lovely, feel very nice. So we've got like this really lovely like holographic kind of like print on there, and then that's her thing on the back. Little stretchy band. So I'm going to use this to journal all of the places in the world that I want to visit, and then it's got your.
I wanted to go on a cruise. I want to go on like a Norwegian fjords cruise.
Yeah, I want to do that.
But I just looked it up, and it would take all of my savings, and I'd have to borrow money, and I'm still paying off a bike, not a motorbike, a push bike.
And then we'd have no money.
And then we'd have no money. But I thought we could just disappear into the mountains of Norway and not care.
Right, so yes, so that is who I'm seeing. It is a rheumatologist. So I'm seeing him again. So he's already seen me once and examined me and did the pain point test. Yeah, and then I've got to go, and then so he did the pokey pain test, as you've said, and then he's described like how many pain points I've got on his report, and then he did bloods, and then he's ordered a scan. And when I spoke to the radiologist at the scan, she said that basically what she was looking for was inflammation, because with fibromyalgia it's more a process of elimination rather than a sort of like a straight test that they can give you. So I think he was trying to rule out rheumatoid and then look at the overall picture once my blood's come back. So then we'll find out. I'm sorry to hear you've been through it. No, it isn't pleasant at all. And it's more like every time I sit down for a long period of time, or like lie down when I go to sleep, when I get up, everything's all stiff and I can't move for a while. So it's not much fun. Right, yes. Bye, guy. Bye. Thank you for watching, and we will enjoy our child-free weekend. But we saw our daughter in a play last night. So our daughter is currently doing a school show. She loves performing in musicals, and they're doing Matilda. So last night we went to see her, and she's playing Bruce, and she was absolutely incredible.
She was amazing, actually.
Incredible.
She was really funny.
And now tonight I'm going back again to watch it because I'm a sucker for that kind of stuff.
Yeah,
and
I'm staying at home.
Good day from Australia. So glad to see you live. Yay! Oh, we'll have to definitely
I love
do this
Australia.
More often. I want to come to Australia, but it's because I watch Married at First Sight Australia, and then I see them going to all the cool places, and I'm like, oh, I want to come to Australia, but it's really far.
It's my number one place that I want to visit, and then I look up the top deadliest spiders in the world, and when there's like 4 of them all in Australia, I'm like, yeah, no, I'm not going there. But yes. I'd like to.
Yes, as 3D Print Mania says, it is literally daily pain. I find that quite often, actually. I'm like, oh, which part of my body hurts now? And I'm just like, have to try not to think about it because it's, yeah, depressing. Ooh, who's that? No.
Is that the character who eats the cake? What's that from?
Do you mean the shiny? It's the crab. It's the crab that's covered in all the like jewels. Tematoa?
I haven't seen Moana.
Oh my god!
I don't like Disney. Hilariously, I write books for Disney. I don't like Disney at all.
Is that why you don't like Disney though?
No, I didn't like him before then.
But yeah, so oh my god. Yeah, there's a funny story there actually. I'll tell you a funny story. I love England. Disappointed my parents emigrated from England. Oh, where are you now? I mean, we've been here the whole time. I like England. I like living here, but then I've never lived anywhere else.
Sounds amazing, actually. That's
come to Queensland. You can visit and have a cup. But that would be so cool. Oh my god, we'd love to do that if we ever make it over to Australia.
Oh, hang on, the character. Sorry, yes, Bruce is the character. Bruce Bogtrotter. Sorry. Bruce Bogtrotter is the character that eats the cake in Matilda.
Yeah. So
she literally smears her face with chocolate cake halfway through the performance.
Because in her school, obviously, all of the kids could audition from like the whole school. But there's only so many kids that are interested in musical theatre and stuff. I'm in Melbourne, Victoria. Oh, cool. Come in the summer, it will kill you being Poms. Yeah. Don't come in the summer. We would literally melt and die. Especially David, because he's not very good in the sun. He's ginger. I'm a bluey. Fry up like a crisp.
I'm a bluey. I can't go out here. The sun's just out, and I can't do it.
Yeah. So in her school, all the kids are obviously interested in musical theatre auditioned, and she did audition for Matilda as well. But there weren't that many boys that wanted to participate. And now I think about it, I think there's literally only 3 boys in the whole show, like actual boys in the whole show. So they had to get girls doing some of the boy roles. And with Evie, and I know I'm her mum, but in the musical of Matilda, I don't know if you've watched it, the Revolting Children, which is the very final song, Bruce has to do this like, I'm not a very good singer, and it's a real belting note, and her vocally she has come along so much, so like I've posted some stuff on my story sometimes of her singing, and she can hit that note, and it's quite impressive. She did Defying Gravity at their last open thing, so I think that's why they chose her to play Bruce. And she's brilliant, and she's so good, she's so professional with it. She wants to do it as a living, and I can really see her on the stage. I've gone off now.
I was born in Surrey in 1962, so that's 9 years after my mum.
So
So-
and 4 years before my parents.
And 4 years before.
No. Later, because my parents were 56. 6 years after my parents.
Yeah, 60 in Surrey. So all my family.
Surrey's not far from here.
All my family is in, or a lot of my family is in Farnham in Surrey. They're at a place called the Paddocks.
I'm a blondie from Pommy Stock.
Yeah.
You're the same age as myself. Oh, cool. This has been so much fun. We definitely need to do this more. Yeah, this has been lovely, actually. No, it's nice to come on and get to actually talk to people. And it's lovely to know that people have been watching, and that's great. So, my mum is from Sussex. Sussex, I think, is quite popular. It's not far from here.
Well, we just went, and I've just went to Brighton a couple of weeks back. So, yeah, Brighton's in Sussex, isn't it? Worthing. Yeah, I think so.
Oh, and Surrey. Yeah, Surrey's nice too.
My mum and grandma were born in Surrey too.
Yeah, we visited an awful lot of the UK actually over the years, haven't we? We've been all over Cotswolds.
I've kind of been everywhere.
Norfolk.
Yeah.
Up to Scotland.
Yeah, Scotland's lovely.
Yeah, I went to Liverpool last year. Really enjoyed
Hey,
that.
Thanks.
Manchester. It is like chatting with friends. Yeah.
Is that rescue art or I can't see
resin
art.
He hasn't got his reading glasses on.
No, I know it's not the shades. It's the fact that I don't.
Resin art. CYN.
I love the south of England. Went there when I was 15. The south is pretty cool, actually.
Yeah, I do like the south. I mean, we are very near to London as well, so we're like about an hour and 20 minutes on the train from London. And I like to go up and see loads of
10
shows.
Downing Street. Wow.
Wow, that's so cool.
It must be a tough job. Actually, there must be quite a lot of pressure constantly that something's going to happen.
Who was the Prime Minister when your dad
actually, that's a great question.
Was a policeman there? That's
who
so
was the
cool.
Prime Minister? I'm going to go for
Thatcher?
Major.
Oh, maybe Major.
Major or Blair?
Well, no, because she was saying that they left
when she was 15. No, am I getting
1962? No, it would be before Thatcher then. Before Thatcher.
Oh, growing up, 60s. Heath? Ted Heath?
Don't know. Cynthia is my first name. Made resin art, so I thought that would be clever. Yeah, that makes sense. Was there a Downing Street cat then? I wonder.
I think there's been a Downing Street cat since Clement.
Is there never a Downing Street dog? Or is it only a grey cat? Oh, where's my tea? I forgot about my tea.
Oh, your tea.
Can I have my tea? I was really wanting that cup of tea, and then I forgot all about it.
There's your tea.
Thank you.
Look at the size of that mug. That's catnip.
It's a catnip mug.
That's a catnip mug.
Yay! Love a bit of catnip. They moved in 1964, David. We have to Google it. When you come back.
It'll be Ted Heath then. No?
How do you know so many things off the top of your head? This is why you're good at quizzes.
No, I'm just guessing.
Can you Google it? Can you Google it?
I'm interested
now.
Ted Heath.
I'm interested.
I'm guessing it's Ted Heath. I don't know.
Google it. Google it.
I wish I knew. I'll have a look. 1964.
My father was also a Red Beret paratrooper in World War II.
Wow. Okay, they're the serious guys.
So my dad was really into military vehicles when I was a teenager. So he bought and restored a military vehicle, and then we were in the parade, the VA parade. It must have been around 1996 or 1995, and we did the whole parade down the mile towards Buckingham Palace.
Harold Wilson. It was Harold Wilson.
Oh, there we go. And we went past the whole of the royal family, Princess Diana, everything. We had to like turn our heads and sort of like salute or do something, a wave. I can't remember. But yeah, that was kind of incredible. Yeah, it's amazing. I do like the royal family. Oh, Cannon! Yay! I hope to visit UK next year. And donate his medals. Oh, I'm so sorry about your loss. But that's a wonderful thing to do with his medals. That would be really lovely. Thing to do with his medals. That's such a lovely way to honour him. Funny thing, my husband had been in service ever since we met and never been to a single parade. Really? So I guess it's just the timing. The girl that used to work for us, her husband he plays the trombone. So he got into the army via the people that played the trombone people. Yeah, I'm not laughing about that, but it is quite funny. He's now one of the people with the big tall black hats on. Because it's when you say my fiance's just gone into the army, you're like, oh my god, seriously, yeah, he's gonna be on the front line pretty much, and they're like, okay, what does he do? He's a trombonist. I'm like, sorry. Yeah, but they're in all the parades. He plays the trombone. I'm like, oh my god. They're in all the parades. Yeah, I know. Harold Wilson had a cat called Wilberforce. Thank you, Google. That's amazing. He just doesn't tell me these things happen. Oh, okay. Thanks for reading my comments so much. Oh, thank you. We're reading them all. Yeah, I'm quite in the line that it comes along. She's crying as it means so much to me. No, of course. We're reading all of the comments out. Thank you. We really appreciate you watching. Honestly, you have no idea how much it means to us when people watch the content, like, when they comment, all of those things, subscribing. Honestly, at the moment, it's been so tough for us that any kind of like encouragement and, you know, everything, it all helps. It all helps. We really do appreciate it. Thank you very much. Why are you making that weird face?
This is my face.
Oh. It looks like
this. People always ask
that. They can't see your eyes. It looks like you're grimacing.
What are you why are you looking at me like that? And I'm like, this is my face. I can't look out of my face any differently.
Yes. But our postman is going to be here in like an hour.
We haven't got anything to post.
We have got.
We haven't done any work.
Done
There's nothing. You don't know what it's like to open the door to Royal Mail, and you're like, yeah, nothing. And they look at you.
I did yesterday. I said
with
to you, open
pity.
the door,
They're like, oh,
and I was
sorry,
like, yeah, nothing today. And then because I felt a bit like, I was like, stay off, like in case he was like, but yeah. So and then so I don't want him to turn today, and we're like, here's 10 things.
I like to go to the
Thanks
door.
for stopping by.
I like to go to the front door extra sad. Like I'm extra sad. So when the door opens and the Royal Mail guy's there, he's like, is there nothing today, mate? And I'm like, no again. It's just nothing.
You two are a huge highlight in my Monday morning. Life and stuff lately. You're a breath of fresh air. Thank you. Yeah, things have been tough. I think for everybody, it's so hard. Everything just.
The funniest thing is, as soon as the camera goes off, we hate each other. We're screaming, shouting, get out of me! No! Get out of me! I know what you meant.
Have you done the dishes?
Yeah. I think you'll find it's your turn. I'm doing everything here.
So okay, I'm really glad you enjoy the videos on a Monday morning. Out of interest, is it? Yes, that's totally normal. And can you imagine, like, for a couple that live together, they work together, we're each other's best friends, so we spend time together all the time. I don't know many people that could spend as much time together as we do and like survive, but yet somehow we manage it. So there must be something okay about that. So I think arguments are quite normal. It's a healthy way to exercise your frustrations, and often I feel it's something else that's annoying you. Oh, what does that mean?
What's that mean?
We got a pigeon. Is that a pear? It's a pear and it says $2. Did somebody give us money? Oh my God! I didn't know that could happen.
What? It didn't do anything.
Just talking.
Give it back, Chiara.
That's amazing.
I don't really understand that. What is that? Thank you.
It looks like a pear wearing an exercising band, and it's making like a shy little face.
I've never seen that before and didn't know it existed.
Neither did I. I'm not wearing my glasses. I thought it was a pigeon, but it appears to be a pear.
That's amazing. I'm assuming like musicians could like.
Yes.
Do that. Thank you.
It's a pegion. A pegion. Pegion. It wasn't me. It was you. I can see. It says. No, I do think it's normal, but I think normally, like, I know I can only speak for myself, but I know if I'm stressed about something or I'm in a hormonal weird mood, it will be David that gets it, and it will be like something stupid, like, oh, you've left your shoes here again and I've tripped over them, you know. And the same for him when he's feeling like stress and stuff. I work myself at home. I love to watch your YouTubes along with Catnip, Coco, Natasha, etc. Oh, thank you. That we are keeping some good company there. They do great co-working sessions. Coco Natasha. Yeah, so Coco Natasha, I'm in her Patreon, and I love her co-working sessions on a Tuesday.
Yeah, co-working sessions.
Yeah, they're really cool. And I love Catnip. I've been watching her stuff for years. And when we went up to Yorkshire, we went out for dinner with them, and that was really lovely. So yeah, so that's really cool. Are you from London? No, we're not from London, but it's not too far away. It's not too far away.
I was born in Margate.
Yeah, we were both born in Margate. But yeah, London's a little train ride away, so it's not too far. Terrific to catch up on a visit. Yes, let us know when you're coming down and we can see what we're up to. We've got a few trips to London planned. We're going to see a few musicals with the kids over the summer. So it just depends on what, you know, when you're coming and what we're doing. But what was I going to say about that? Yeah, so the videos. Yeah, so I've switched to like not doing studio vlogs every single week because the editing does take quite a long time. And sometimes, I think you wouldn't mind me saying, but sometimes, like with the depression and stuff, David's not really in the mood to be on the camera, and I don't want to like force him and stick it in his face. So I've switched to doing studio vlogs one week and kind of like informative-y type videos, talking head ones, the other week. So like this weekend, I'll be doing all about TikTok Live and my experience with TikTok Live. And then it will be back to a studio vlog next week. Also, I think because I was feeling a little bit like I'm just filming the same kind of stuff over and over again, me sort of like doing the same things, because obviously it is very repetitive in a business. You are doing the same things every week. Save your time, don't edit. I quite enjoy the editing process though. I feel like I don't know, it feels like a bit of a creative outlet to me. I'm not kidding myself that I'm like Steven Spielberg or anything like that. But I do really like doing it, and now I found the cinematic option on the iPhone. I'm like, ooh, I'm gonna film all my videos in cinematic.
If we didn't edit, it would be like 10-minute conversations about bloody biscuits or something. It's just ridiculous stuff you talk about.
Yeah,
you watch it back and you're like, oh my god.
Some stuff does.
Nobody cares.
You like the informative ones? Oh, cool. Okay, he's gonna pick my brains. This is a bit terrifying. Live. What could it be? Oh, I'm scared.
Won't take long if it's my brains.
I'm really glad you like the informative ones. Sometimes it's just like, I've been doing this for 13 years, so sometimes I just like to share things that I've like learned or I've realised, or just my experience of them, because they may be obviously different from somebody else's, or they might help someone. And sure. I watch loads of other vlogs and things and read loads of business books, so that's how I sort of learn and pick stuff up. And I've found so many like interesting things over the years, so I always think it's nice when people share.
Look at the barcode on the bottom of this glass.
Have we really not used it?
What glass of
water
has got a barcode?
It's our wedding glasses. You realise that? That was from our wedding set that we were given for our wedding like 20 years ago. And there's still a barcode. That means we've not used it.
Yeah, that's not.
Okay, this must be a lot of typing. There's a lot of typing happening here.
She left it.
Taking a long time.
I need to pick your brains, Chiara. Typing.
Typing.
What is
that? It says we've earned 96p.
For what?
Is this how people make money on the internet? Because we are completely clueless.
Doing any.
This makes me feel I'm not alone with business issues though, have I? You've had yours for 15 years?
That's pretty amazing. To be honest, right, in this day and age, keeping a business going for 15 years, that's a titan struggle all on its own. That's phenomenal.
It is tough going out there.
There's two of us, and we can just about bloody... you've kept it going for how long? 15 years?
13 years. Same age as Evie, 13.
Oh,
that's how I know how old it is. Same age as our daughter.
Yeah, same age as our daughter.
Oh, but yeah, so no, I feel the same. Like when I watch other people's studio vlogs and I watch sort of like the struggles and things they're going through, I feel the same. Because otherwise you're sat here on your own thinking, is it just me? Like, why have we got no orders? What's happening?
I'm always lonely.
Are we going to be able to pay the bills?
I always feel alone. I tell people to go away and then I feel lonely. I'm like, go away! Oh, I feel really lonely.
Lovely glasses. See, there you go. Now, we got these this morning.
They were about 80p.
From the pound shop. They were £2.
Yeah.
And I said to him, because he lost the other pair or broke them because they were £2. And I said to him, you've got to get these glasses again because you look really like... sexy in these glasses.
Yeah, it's when I take them off that people go, oh Christ.
The only thing I don't like is I can see my reflection in them when I'm talking to him.
What do you mean you're not doing anything, David? Grr. You both are hilarious and have my bad week great again. Well, thanks very much. It doesn't feel like I'm doing anything. I'm just looking at it. I'm like, what's
very
going
Top Gun. Yes, they are very Top Gun. So, Woowa.
Yeah.
Or Violet, I think you said.
Because me and Tom Cruise, we've got so much in common.
Ginger Tom Cruise. You thought so? They thought that Evie was older. My twins are 12. So yeah, no, Evie, she doesn't appear very much in the vlogs. I try to sort of keep her in the background a bit if I can. But I think she's popped up here and there. But no, she is only 13, but she does look so much older. It's terrifying, actually.
She's 13 going on 20.
Yeah, a lot of overthinking.
Our son is a complete introvert. He's 16 and you'll never see him.
Yeah, you might hear him occasionally, but they are going to be at Stationery Fest. So Evie is manning the stall with me.
Overthinking is the devil. I hate overthinking. Is my personal enemy, right? If I start to think about anything, I immediately block it out. I'm like, right, I can't stand it.
3D Print Mania was going to pick my brains, but hasn't asked. But feel free to message me on Instagram or something if there's anything that you want to ask, and I will gladly answer it if I am able to supply an answer. But yeah, so the whole family's coming to Stationery Fest. Evie,
they'll all be there.
Evie's going to man the stall with me. And then David and Sebastian are going to go off and do introvert things.
We're walking around Stationery Fest. He'll buy stuff.
They're going to supply us with, like food and beverages. And
coffee.
Help us set up, help us pack down.
Yeah, I'll be in the Costa that's the closest to Stationery Fest. That's where I'll be all day. I'll be set up camp there.
And then, because that's what happened last year. Last year we went as visitors. I had the best day of my life, and David just wandered around Manchester.
That is the best possible mix of twins, though. Polar opposite of each other. One is super popular, outgoing,
that sounds very much
and
like
the other
our
keeps
kids,
himself.
to be honest.
100%.
Yeah, so very much like ours. Evie loves to be surrounded by friends. She's very outgoing, loves to perform. Now, both our kids like to act, but he's kind of, I don't know, grown out of it now or stopped not enjoying it as much. But he's very introverted. Doesn't socialise as much. They are completely different. Evie
will do something Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and she'll have plans for Saturday and Sunday. But on Friday, she's like, "What am I going to do tonight?"
Yeah. Mine like to AKT.
What does that say?
I don't know.
See that.
I'm so old. I don't understand when people use
act out. I think
words.
she means act out.
Oh, okay. Yeah. So sometimes my kids have to explain the are they called acronyms to me, because I'm like, unless it's, you know, like really obvious, like FML or TYSM.
What's TYSM?
Thank you so much.
Is it?
Yes. Yeah.
Oh my God, I've got a story.
He's got a story.
No, I've got a story. This is awful. This is not funny, but it is funny. It's not funny, but it is. We had an old lady from church, right? And she was in charge of the. She was in charge.
I remember this story.
She was in charge of the church WhatsApp.
Oh no, this is not funny.
It's not funny, but it is funny.
Not funny.
She was in charge of the church WhatsApp group, right? But she's never run a WhatsApp group before, and one of the old ladies in the congregation died. So she sent out a message in the morning going, "Marjorie's died, LOL," because she thought it meant lots of love rather than laugh out loud. But she enraged the whole congregation. People were like, "Marjorie's died," and she's laughing about it. She was mortified.
The worst faux pas
It was
ever.
the worst. She was literally.
The worst.
She sent it to like 50, 60 people.
Oh, it was horrific.
"Marjorie's dead. LOL, LOL, LOL."
Horrific.
I'm like, what?
Horrific.
It was amazing.
Horrific. No, not ready for Stationery Fest at all. I mean, a bit ready for Stationery Fest, i.e. I've got lots of stock. You can see it here. Here it is on the shelf. That's all the stationery stock. I do want to get some more things in. So a bit ready. I still need to order the stickers of my designs that I want to sell. I think I'm going to have 20 different designs of stickers. Some will be sparkly, some will not. And I haven't decided which ones I'm going to go for. And I'm trying to decide whether I should create either stickers or postcards of some of my illustrations that I've done. So I did some illustrations of sort of like movie themed things, because we're big film fans. That's how we met. We worked at Blockbusters. And we love watching black and white films. So during the pandemic, we watched loads of black and white films. And I drew some, did some watercolours and stuff of some of those films that we watched. So I thought about turning those into stickers. Don't worry about your English, totally fine. So I need to do that, and then I need to think about how the table's going to look and how I'm going to display everything. And that's the other thing as well, because I keep ordering things like notebooks and stuff, and then in the back of my mind I'm thinking how I'm going to display all these things. So I kind of want to make on the laser machine maybe like some kind of a display type thing that I can, like, so for example these, let's grab something here. These stickers, tiny little bird stickers, so cute, have got like the little hangy things on the top of them there. So I could hang these with like hooks onto a display, but I need to make one. And I love the idea of having a spinny display, but I don't think I can afford, he's talking to somebody on the phone, hold on, shut the door. I don't think I can afford to buy like a spinny thing. And you can make them, like on Etsy I've seen you can buy, oh wow, thank you. Oh my God, that's amazing. I can't believe that. Thank you so much. Oh, okay, I'm gonna get emotional. Yeah, so you can download like SVG files and you can make your own like spinny thing. So I might do that, I don't know, but I find it really hard, like at the moment, as well as all of the physical stuff that I'm being investigated for. I'm also on the list for a consult, like to be assessed for ADHD as well. And I find it so hard to like get things done unless there's like a really looming like deadline. So in a lot of ways with Stationery Fest, it was to give me that kick up the bum I needed to actually launch the stationery side of the business that I've been talking about for ages. Let me just go back and see. Have a wonderful weekend, guys. Thank you for engaging with us. All the best. Oh, thank you so much. Have a fantastic weekend. I keep forgetting it's Friday, so have a brilliant weekend. Thank you so much, Cathivity. That is so kind of you. Let's celebrate their first super on a live stream. So this must be the supers thing. See, I'm so in the dark about so much of how YouTube works and how like TikTok works with all of the different money things. I have to go. Thank you for the entertainment, guys. See you soon. Thank you so much. Oh, that's so kind of you. You could always do a mock. Yes, that is my plan. My plan is to use my dining room table, which is a bit smaller, I think, than the table I'll have at Stationery Fest, as a kind of like a mock-up. And I want to be able to add height to the table. And I've been watching, I keep getting these things popping up now on my Instagram because I've been looking at people's setups. And I really want to create kind of like a little small shop vibe. But I don't know how to do that without boxing us in. So I see some people doing like things where they've got stuff going on the top, and I like the idea of that, but I don't really want to be kind of like hidden at the back. I kind of want it to be quite open. So I'm still trying to decide what's the best way to do that. And my dad is a joiner, so he could make me something. But we also have to get it all in the car. So that's the other, because we're driving quite a long way. So whatever it is, it needs to be able to kind of like pack down quite small. So I am wondering about having some kind of a thing at either end of the table that is quite tall, like with holes in, and hooks, so that I could hang things on. So that's, I probably need to sketch it. I always need to sketch things out. Will you have time? What type of space do you have? So yes, the stickers are made in the UK, and I have the artwork. I've drawn everything. It's more just a case of turning them into stickers and ordering them. So I do need to kick myself up the bum. I need to probably do it next week so that I've got everything that I need. And I need to think about the goodie bag gifts as well. You could just put wire boxes. Right, so we do have that. We've got, and shelves on either side of the table. Yes, that is a good idea. I've seen people doing that. We've got those, what are they called? They're like wire squares, and you can kind of like click them all together. So we've got those. They're quite good. And that, I've seen that that's a really good way to add height as well. But there was a stall at Stationery Fest last year, and her stall was amazing. She had a much bigger space than us. I'm guessing because she's probably been a few times, and her stuff was gorgeous. Grumpy Tortoise, what was she called? Grumpy Nook. And she had this lovely long table, and everything was spaced out with lots of, like, you know, plenty of, you could see everything. Nothing, it wasn't too overwhelming or overcrowded. And then she had this amazing, which maybe I will get my dad to make me, actually, after me saying to him, no, you haven't got to make me anything. It was like a concertina that stood next to the stall. Now, I don't think I have the space for that, because I don't think that that's allowed. I think I have to stay within my space, because I haven't paid for any extra space. So it might have to be that it fits on the table in some way. But I will think about it. Yeah, I could do like, hang on. If I had, and it was sort of like, let's use David's books as an example. If it was like this, right? So imagine it was, it was like on a, had a hinge, so it could fold in or fold, you know, so it could fold flat, and it could, I could, using the laws of physics, I could unfold it, and it could be like this on the table, and then on here I could have hooks with all the stickers and stuff on. So that's a way that I could do it. They're the ones we're thinking of. Oh, perfect. Yes, yes, we do have those from when we've done pet shows and stuff. Yes, I use those as well. They are great. And oh, yeah, she does have an awesome setup. I did see her at Swirly Nicks. Oh, yes, I bought some of her stuff last year, and she had, there were so many great setups. Yes, recent stand looked great. Yeah, it's nice when people do this stuff. Somebody just gave us £5, David.
But why?
Captivity. It's like the thing on YouTube that I didn't know that happens now, but you get, they're called supers, and they can like send money. Isn't that amazing? £5.96.
Do you know what? Right, so the problem with having low self-esteem is like,
Hi, Danielle.
like, it's
sorry,
like, I owe you now £5.
£5.
And that's it.
So,
we're
sorry,
in it.
Sorry, David,
it's like a life
David,
debt.
This is Danielle from Pawsome. She's also one of our brand reps.
Danielle from Pawsome.
Yes. Danielle designs, she's the head designer at Pawsome. So all of the pet tags that we are printing, she has designed the
I'm pretty sure
artwork.
I really like you. I think I've seen you on...
Instagram?
Yeah, Instagram.
Yes. Because she's a brand rep. So she's promoted our stuff before.
Oh, wow. Thank you very much.
Yeah, and she does some of the lives.
If I knew anything about our business, that would mean a lot to me. Thanks.
Right, well, I'll give you an example. So no, Danielle will have designed these cards.
Oh my God,
I
love those cards. I pack those every day.
There we go, see?
Because Pawsome are awesome. But no.
Pretty sure I like you too, David.
If you give me £5 on here on YouTube, then as far as I'm concerned, I owe you £5. So if we meet at Stationery Fest, and you go, hi, I watch you on YouTube. I really like your videos. I'm going to be like, do I owe you? Do I owe you money?
You take them for a coffee.
Do I owe you any money? Do you want a cappuccino?
So Danielle's never seen a YouTube live before. So a friend of mine, Rebel Jones, I saw her YouTube live the other day, and I thought, oh my God, I've never done a YouTube live. We should do one of those. You guys should do YouTube lives.
Yeah.
You probably need to. Have you got a YouTube channel? Maybe you're very good on Instagram though. So yeah, Paws and Paws Boutique are amazing on Instagram.
I love Pawsome.
So if you don't know, we print Paws and Paws Boutique pet tags for them, and they do Disney tags. So we get to make all the Disney tags. We haven't done the latest batch, but you only sent them to me yesterday. So
yeah,
I'm working out on
this
Monday.
afternoon. Once I finish drinking red wine, I'm on it.
Yeah,
we're doing Lilo and Stitch. Pawsome do everything. They do Lilo and Stitch. Winnie the Pooh. Winnie the Pooh's massive.
Yes, and we love Bambi too. Bambi.
Yeah.
I love it, but I do love your YouTube vids too. So maybe you were born to be an influencer. There you go.
What could I influence though? You're not talking to me. You're talking to her, surely. I'm the worst influence in the world. I've got friends who are in clinics because of me, in rehab clinics.
Stickers, 3D print mainly. I'm just going to see with something else.
Stickers, what?
Yes,
yeah.
Yes, for the stickers to hang on. We were talking about display setup before you left. So, Danielle, we're going to Stationery Fest in Wigan. I don't know how near to you that is, because I really actually can't remember whereabouts in the country you are. But I know you're from up north because of your accent. So that's it. Geography is really not my strong point. We won't talk about the terrible stories about me in geography and not knowing whether something's a main city or a country.
Thanks. I learned recently, right? This is awful.
I think he would be a brilliant stand-up comedian.
This is awful,
he would be a brilliant stand-up comedian.
Yeah, but this is not a joke. This is what I'm about to say is true. I learned something recently that at rehab, if you're admitted to rehab, everyone wears a coloured bracelet, but judging on what their addiction is. So like the sex.
Oh yeah, I heard about this.
Sex addicts wear red, love addicts wear blue, alcoholics wear yellow. I was like, what a stupid idea that all of the addicts can identify the other people that have that addiction. So surely all the alcoholics would just sit together. All the sex addicts. Oh my God, the sex addicts.
Oh my God, I've just thought about a horrible thing. What if a sex addict was to bribe an alcoholic to have sex and give them alcohol? Because they knew from their bracelet what their vice was.
I don't know. I know. So I don't think it's fair, right? Because the alcoholics, they can't get alcohol into the rehab centre. But the sex addicts, once they find each other, hey,
well, maybe they keep them separate.
They don't keep them separate. It's not a fence. They're not rabbits. They don't fence them off.
I've just realised that this ginormous spot on my chin has broken its way through the Estee Lauder Foundation and has now become a planet all on its own.
David, you could influence stand-up comedians. Oh, thanks. It is true. This is true. It is. Because there's sex addiction,
party time,
love addiction. There's being addicted to drugs, alcohol. Some people are addicted to weird stuff, like weird stuff. Like.
Are you going to tell me something new that I don't know about you now?
No. I've just got all the usual addictions. Gambling. Alcohol. Sex, drugs. I'm not addicted to rock and roll. Never have been.
This is news to me.
Yeah. So you should have a whole line of dark humor.
Oh my God, yes! David he once bought this set of depressed pencils.
Oh, depressed pencils.
He loved them. And we keep saying this. Like, obviously, my brand, who we knew, is very much yellow, bright, positivity, colourful. And David is very much like,
yeah, it's not for show. I'm really this down. Yeah. I'm really this miserable.
We could do that. We could do the like yin and yang. And then we'd have, like, there was this artist at Hyper Japan that David came across and he loved his art. I appreciate it too, but it is very much the opposite of like the things that I normally sell. So it's all like pencil or ink line art and it's quite sort of like dark, like ghosts and things like that. And I found him on Fair, which is where I've been getting a lot of our stuff from. And I was like, oh my God, we should probably stock his stuff. It's brilliant. But then I was like, oh, but is it going to really like great against the branding because it's completely different? But I do think it probably would be quite good to have like alternatives.
He was miserable as well though.
I'm at work on my lunch and just burst out laughing.
He was really miserable. He was. He was such a miserable guy.
But no, that's a really good idea. And we were going to do, because you do like D&D.
There was pencils and things, like depressed pencils were pencils with messages along the side going like, what's the point? Or you're just going to use me and throw me away. It's amazing.
The complete opposite to my like pastel coloured rainbow pens with like, you can do this. And his pencil would be like, no, you can't. But yeah, no, that's probably not a bad idea actually. Exactly. I think that'd be quite cool. I'd like to do that.
Would you?
But then we'd have a competition and he'd be like, you sold 10 of your positive things this month and I've sold 5 of my like dark depressive things.
Not necessarily.
Maybe we should do clothing. We'd like, oh my God, I thought about this the other day. A t-shirt with FML on it that you could wear all the time.
It takes a mix. I mean, I've been to retreat weekends with rooms full of.
I thought you were going to say rehab then.
No, we've been that.
Not yet.
With rooms full of optimists and rooms full of pessimists, and I'll tell you what, the pessimists are more fun to hang out with.
But that's because you are a pessimist.
Yeah, that's probably the reason.
You're having lunch now. It's like so late.
Don't have lunch now. You should have had lunch like an hour ago. You must be starving.
I often have lunch at this time because I'm like working and then I've like, oh, I've forgotten to eat. And I'm like, yeah, okay, I should eat something now that it's late. But yes, we should probably, it's been like 73 minutes we've been on here, which is quite a long time.
Yeah, and Danielle from Pawsome is there. And she's effectively our boss. And the postman's about to turn up and we haven't done any tags. He opens the door and we're like, nothing. We've got nothing. And he's like, what are you even here for? I'm like,
we did have a
sorry.
nice long walk this morning, though, didn't we? We
Yeah, but
walked
that's
Phoebe
not-
to school, and then we
Yeah.
did a big thing of the coast.
Yeah, but we haven't
got
done
you
the
these new
tags.
shades.
I'm going to go off and make the tags like right now, Danielle. I'm on it.
She's
I'm on it
laughing.
right now. It's like Severance when the boss comes in. You're like, yeah, no, I'm right. I'm on that. Right back on it.
Right, okay. Thank you so much for hanging out with us. And thank you so much, these people, supers, for the lovely gifts that I didn't even know that could happen. That's like amazing. And we're going to actually go and do some work now. And I need to record my YouTube video before I go and see Evie perform in Matilda again tonight. Because otherwise I'm going to end up doing it all weekend again. But that's cool because I enjoy it, so that's fun. But yes, so thank you so much for joining us, and I'm really glad that you guys have enjoyed this, and we will 100% do it again. So do make sure you're following us on Instagram, because I posted on there to say like, I'm going to do a YouTube live at 1 o'clock. So yeah, can't wait for the next one. Chiara, thanks for the last. You're very welcome. And do message me if you had a question that you wanted to ask. And I will see if I can help. Right, I'm going to go now. Thanks so much. Bye. And now I've got to figure out how to turn this off. Have a lovely weekend, both. 100% going to watch this again. Oh, thank you so much, Megan. Right, okay, I'm going now. I'm going to see if I can figure out how to turn this off. Thank you so much. Bye.